Hello Internet, Gino, aka That Pinguino, here again with another deep look. This time I'm going to be taking a look at FTL Faster Than Light, and I'm going to be specifically looking at how randomness impacts this game. And really how it's spreading across all sorts of games right now, even bleeding into some AAA games after taking over the indie scene for a while. So I'm going to play this game on normal. Hard's for crazy people. Easy won't show off how hard the swings can be in this game. And I'm going to go ahead and pick a ship with, I think, some of the worst case of the randoms. The DA SR-12 stealth cruiser. This ship, as of all the ships I've encountered, it can go the worst, the fastest with this ship, because it's got no shields. It only has cloaking as a means to defend itself, but its cloak only lasts for 10 seconds, and its only weapon requires 25 seconds to charge. So I'm exposed to attacks for 15 seconds, thereabout, every single time I run into an enemy, until I can upgrade my my cloaking or unlock shields in some way. So from here on this beacon map, I can pick which beacon to jump to, and I can, thanks to a scanner that comes with this ship, I can get some idea of where I'm going. Here, there'll be just an event. Here, there's a distress signal. Here, there's a store, but I've only got 10 scrap. This is my first jump. I won't be able to afford anything. So I'm going to jump to this location. Let's see what I've got. Nearby stations. Greetings. You have some fuel for a drone. I don't have any drones because I can't use drones, so no thanks, buddy. Jump to this location. Now, luckily, I haven't run into anything terrible. There's two ships, and they seem to be engaged in a battle. One of them is a space pirate. Okay, I'm going to aid the civilian ship. Now, notice I had no idea what weapons that pirate had. I just knew it was a pirate. So, looks like they've got a laser cannon and a small beam. This fight is going to go terribly, I can tell you right now. Oh, great. And the opposing ship has a teleport bay. This fight is going to go so bad so fast. Oh, and a mantis. Even better. Okay, so I just happened to run into a ship with quite possibly the worst configuration of weapons, crew that I could have possibly ran into this early in the game. My enemy, this beam weapon, is undodgeable. So, oh, and I lost a crew member. Oh. Beam weapon's undodgeable, and they hit my weapons. So now I'm never going to get to shoot at them. And that room's on fire, so that's great. I lost control of the doors, so I can't vent to space. I'm just getting cut apart. Yep, everything's gone bad. Everything is terrible. I guess I can try and run away. I'm going to die here. And here you can see some of the randomness of FTL in all of its glory. There was nothing I could do in this fight to make it go better. I never got a chance to attack. I maybe could have cloaked a few seconds faster, but ultimately, as soon as this laser shot my weapons, I was dead in the water. If I get a pilot in, I guess I can fly away, but it won't matter. I'm gonna die, one way or the other. Ugh. And this is the downside of the randomness in FTL. This was my first encounter, and with this ship, I ran into this little weapon, and there was nothing I could do about it. I was dead as soon as the fight started. As long as one of these things hit my weapons, I just can't fight back or dodge. And now my engines are critical. Yep, there it goes. So, with randomness can come huge swings of difficulty like that, where I run into an enemy with the perfect combination of weapons to kill me. Now, sometimes you can run into distress signals like this, and hopefully this will be a nice one. Single life form. Sure, I find a man. He looks healthy, but his mental state is questionable. I'm gonna hope he's okay. Oh, nope, he blew up my hull and dealt 5 damage to me. That's great. So in picking him up, I knew that he was mentally unstable, he might do something, but I also know that another outcome of that event is for him to join my crew and be totally cool. I had no idea which of those circumstances would play out, I just knew that based on my decision, it might go bad, it might go good, he might kill one of my guys, all sorts of stuff. Here, I can get into a fight, I can steal supplies, or I can leave them be. I'm going to try and steal supplies. Okay, I got scrap. That's not great, not terrible. Okay. Small research station with a fire. I'm going to try and rescue survivors. Oh, great. I took more hull damage. And sometimes you can rescue them with absolutely no downside. Oh, crap. My weapons are damaged. Oh, I screwed up. I'm probably going to die here as well. But that's a good chance to talk about the randomness in this game. Roguelikes are adopting randomness as a central design tenet all over the place. Gives you all sorts of replayability. It gives you all sorts of different gameplay options depending on how your playthrough is going. It allows the developers of the game to get tons more content just because they're randomly generating encounters. Oh, there we go. That one went well. Yeah! And I got an achievement. I don't know if you can see that in the recording, but I did. It was great. Now, because the randomness, it gives you all sorts of replayability, all that stuff. It can also give you horrible difficulty spikes. It can give you a game that can be really easy one playthrough, really intensely difficult the next playthrough. And really beating this game is a combination of lucking through the early battles and making informed decisions in the later ones. Like here I've got a fight, I'm dead. This ship that I'm up against, I have zero ability to beat. If I even land a shot on this thing, I'll be amazed. This beam thing, since I have no shields, is going to light me on fire. Sorry, I jumped to the wrong fight. If this thing had a weapon that I could dodge, this might be a real fight, but it's not gonna. Oh, maybe it's not gonna shoot my weapons bay, and everything will be cool. Okay. This might not go as terrible. And it's really amazing that this design aesthetic in modern design sensibilities, a sense of player agency, a sense of player control is one of the guiding tenets right now. But in FTL and roguelike, other games like it, other roguelikes like it, actually just employing sheer number generators and stuff like that actually is what most people find compelling about it. And I think it's actually kind of a step in the direction of realism. Realism, isn't that what Call of Duty is all about? Yeah, like, people talk about realism, like realistic graphics, sometimes realistic situations, but FTL and I think games like it give you a different kind of realism in that life is unpredictable, life throws constant difficult choices at you whose outcomes you don't necessarily know in advance, and most of the time in life your real test is your ability to adjust to circumstances that were unforeseen, and roguelikes test you in a ton of ways like that. Your ability to adjust on the fly and make decisions with limited information, and hopefully it all works out for the best. Sometimes it goes terrible. Sometimes you could never have planned for something and it goes terrible. But sometimes you manage to find a way to win in spite of all the evidence to the contrary. I might beat the ship if this little beam weapon doesn't target my weapons. If it does, I'm screwed. There's pretty much nothing I can do. But it's great when it does work out. In this game, when you actually do win it, there's pretty much nothing better in any games that I've played. I've played a ton of games over the years. In terms of just satisfaction for beating a game and feeling a sense of achievement, nothing tops when I beat FTL. I felt like a genius bodybuilder scientist. I felt like Albert Einstein with Hercules' muscles and a early 90s Snoop Doggy Dogg swagger. It just felt incredible. I did jazz hands for like a full 30 seconds because my hands were tingling. That's something that you just, like, as many times as you play a Call of Duty or you play a Gears of War or a game like that, it's just not the same. It's just not challenging in the same way. It's not as compelling in its challenge. Sometimes those games just feel cheaty, like they're just throwing enemies with tons of health at you. FTL challenges you in a different way every single time, which is something that I really appreciate. And it's just such a striking move away from some of the design aesthetics that are dominating the industry. And that's, I think, what makes FTL so compelling and what makes people keep coming back to it. Even though you can get cheated out of runs that you think were going to be incredible, just knowing that you can overcome this thing through perseverance and through intelligence. Like, I can usually, if I pick a decent ship, get to the last world. But, oh, this is another enemy. I can usually get to the last world and get to the last boss, which was something that the first few times I played this game, I had zero ability to do. And so that's, I think, what makes the randomness in this game so compelling and so powerful, is just that as long as you persevere and start gaining knowledge and start knowing what you're doing, eventually you will find a way to overcome this game. It's not easy, it takes a good amount of time, but you can do it. And that's a rush that very few games go for it, or went for. Now a lot of games are going for it. But it's still novel to me, and it's still novel to a lot of people, I guess, because roguelikes just keep on coming out. So I hope you enjoyed my deep look at FTL and some of the randomness inherent in it. Unfortunately, I did not encounter any space fighters, which I was hoping to see, but you can't have everything. Sometimes there's horrible spiders that eat one of your crew members. Sometimes you just sell 5 missiles for 15 scrap. Well, I hope you enjoyed this deep look. If you did, let me know. I'll keep putting these out as best I can. I'll see you later, man. Or woman. Or whoever's out there. Peace.